Respected elders, educationists, dear teachers, and dear students, welcome. Dear students, in this class, we are going to see direct and indirect speeches. Before we enter to learn direct and indirect speeches, we have to know the rules that we have to follow. There are about 15, more than 15 rules are to be followed when changing direct speech into indirect speech. About 15 changes we got to effect. So let us see. First, what are the sentences? What are kinds of sentences? And what are the rules we got to follow? Well, let us see them. In today's class, we are going only the rules regarding changing a direct speech into indirect speech. Grammar, direct and indirect speech. Part 1, conversion of direct into indirect speech. Video 237. Dated 17 2024. Direct and indirect speeches. Part 1. Direct speech. What is direct speech? Direct speech is one in which the original words of the speaker are expressed. That is, direct speech is one in which the original words of the speaker are expressed. Then you see the example. Ronnie said to Devi, this is the reporting part. But the reported part is this. I will meet you tomorrow. I will meet you tomorrow. This is the original, verse of the speaker. I will meet you tomorrow. So that here, the original words of the speaker have been expressed here. So, direct speech is one in which the original words of the speakers are expressed. Then, indirect speech. What is indirect speech? Indirect speech is one in which some modifications are made, some changes are made in the reporting verb as well as the reported and the persons, first person, second person, that one, in the person and the conjunction. It is, I mean, reporting verb should be changed, conjunction should be used, and the first and the persons within the quotation marks should be changed. What are the rules? And also the verb within the brackets. That is the original verb should be changed. What changes they will occur? All these things we have to know. See, this indirect speech. Rani told Devi that she would meet her the day after. This sentence have been converted this. Here, Rani said to Devi. Here, Rani told Devi. Here, quotation marks. Here, that. I will meet you tomorrow. She would meet her the day after. On which basis this sentence has been converted into this sentence? So here, what are the rules that have been followed? Let us see. Before we enter to learn direct and indirect speech, we must learn the four kinds of sentences used in English. First of all, we should know, we ought to know, that is, we have to know the four kinds of sentences. The names of the four kinds of sentences used in English. One is statement or declarative. Second is imperative sentence. Third is interrogative sentence. Fourth one is exclamatory sentence. That is statement or declarative sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. These are the four kinds of sentences used in English. as in other languages, as in our mother tongue Tamil. Look into the following sentences. That is, we have seen the four kinds of sentences. Then I have given here the examples of for the four kinds of sentences. Statement: I go to school. Imperative: go to school. Interrogative: do you go to school? Exclamatory: how big it is. So these are the four kinds of sentences. So it is the example for statement. A statement begins with your subject and ends with your full stop. An imperative sentence starts with a verb and ends with a full stop. An interrogative sentence ends with a question mark. An exclamatory sentence ends with an exclamation mark. What do we have learned about the four kinds of sentences from the above examples? That's I got to tell you. Statement begins with a subject and ends with a full stop. That I've already told you. Statements begin with a subject and ends with a full stop. Imperative begins with a verb and ends with a full stop. And ends with a full stop. Interrogative ends with a question mark. Exclamatory ends with an exclamation mark. All these things I've already explained to you. Then, rule third. Then we are going to see third part. Then, now we are going to see. First, we see the four kinds of sentences: statement, imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory. Then we saw the examples for these four kinds of sentences. Now we are going to see the rules that we have to follow to change a sentence from indirect into, I mean, from direct into indirect. See, first we are going to let us see. Note the following sentence. He said to me, I will meet you tomorrow. This is the sentence. This is, I mean, a sentence of the direct speech. Here, he is the speaker. Me is the hearer. Said to is the reporting verb. Will meet is the reported verb. Will meet. These two verbs. Will be is the, I mean, will meet are the reported verbs. Will meet are the reported verbs. Will meet or the repeated happens there may be from 1 to 4 verbs. From 1 to 4 verbs can be in the direct speech. Will meet or the reported verb. Then tomorrow. Tomorrow is the adverb. Tomorrow is the adverb. I is the first person. You is the second person. There are seven parts I have given here. Again, I tell you, he is the speaker. He said to me, I will meet you tomorrow. In this sentence, he is the speaker. Me is the hearer. Say to is the reporting verb. Will meet are the reported verb. Tomorrow is the, I mean, adverb. I is the first person. You is the second person. That is seven parts I have given here in this sentence. Now, let us see what are the rules we have to follow to change a sentence of the direct into indirect rules. Said to must be changed into told or ordered or asked or exclaimed or advised or requested according to the kind of the sentence. Any one of the reporting verb should be changed in any one of the following tense. Statement said to should be changed to told or advised or ordered, asked, etc. Any one of the said to should be changed in any one of these. uh, Then Imperative, said do should be changed into ordered, commanded, requested, asked, or advised or asked. Then interrogative, said do should be changed into asked, requested, questioned or inquired. Exclamatory, said to should be changed to exclaimed or wondered or astonished. So, is in the said to in the four kind of sentences have to be changed into any one of these kinds. This for the statement, this for the imperative, this for the interrogative, and this for the exclamatory. Then say this is rule one. Then rule two, conjunction. Four kinds of conjunction, that, to, if, or whether are used in indirect speech. That is, four kinds of conjunctions are used, that, to, if, or whether. It is regarding statement and exclamatory. The conjunction is that. For imperative, the conjunction is to. The interrogative, the conjunction is if or whether. So, out of these four conjunctions, statement and exclamatory sentence, that. True for imperative, and if for whether for question, interrogative. This is rule 2. Then rule 3, persons within the question marks. First person refers to the speaker. So the first person should be changed into the person of the speaker. That is, first person within the quotation marks. I, me, my, mine. We, us, our, us. This refers to the speaker. If any one of these 8 words appear within the quotations, they should be changed according to the speaker. Second person. Second person refers to the hearer. So the second person should be changed into the person of the hearer. That is, the second person within the quotation marks. That is, you, your, yours. Refer to the hearer. So the second person within the quotation marks should be changed according to the hearer. And third person within the quotation marks refers to neither the speaker nor the hearer. So the third person within the quotation marks should be kept as they are. Yes, students. First person refers to the speaker. Second person refers to the hearer. But third person represents refers to neither the speaker nor the hearer. So the third persons within the brackets should be kept as they are. And rule 4. This is very important. See, what are the changes we should do in the verbs? Rule 1. Verbs. The verbs gives some 6 rules. If the reported verb is in present tense, it should be changed into past tense. If the reported verb is in past tense, it should be changed into past perfect. Present tense, past tense, past perfect. If there are two or more reported verbs, the first verb alone should be changed into past tense. If there are more than one verbs, if there are more than one reported verbs, the first verb alone should be changed into past tense. If there are two or more repeated verbs and the first verb is in past tense, had, would, should, could, might, no changes should be effected in the reported verbs. That is, my dear students, if there are two or more reported verbs in reported verbs, And the first verb is had, would, should, might. They should be kept as it is. No change should be effected. If must stands as a reported verb, it should be changed into had to. That is, if must stands as one of the reported verb, must should be changed into had to. Then, in imperative, the reported present verb should not get any change. In recording imperative sentence, the verb, the reported verb should not be changed into should not be changed. The reported verb should be kept as it is. Recording the changes of verbs in the interrogative sentence, we will see in the following class. Here, I have given the changes of the verbs for the statement, exclamatory, and the imperative. Imperative, no change. But in recording statements, most of the changes are referred to the statements. Recording exclamatory also, that's the same, are the rules. Then recording the changes of the adverbs, verbs, recording the changes of some verbs I have given. Go, goes, went. Went, had gone. Present, past. Past, past perfect. Will go more than one. Will go, would go. Would go, would go. Shall go, would go. Should go, should go. Can go, could go. Could go, would go. Must go, had to go. May go, might go. Might go, might go. Go workers gone, had gone. Was or were going, had been going. Who has had. Ought to go, no change. Then recording adverbs. What are the changes we got? We got to do recording adverbs. Adverbs get the following changes: direct, indirect, this, that, ago, before, now, then, today, that day, here, fire, these, those, thus, so. Direct, indirect. Tomorrow, the next day, the day after, or the following day. Next day, next week, etc. The day after, the week after, etc., month after, etc. Yesterday, the previous day, or the day before. Last week, the week before, or the previous week. Anyway, last month, the month before, or the previous month. Last year, the year before, or the previous year. It's anything. So these are the some of the changes of the adverbs I have given here. Comma, quotation marks, question mark, exclamatory mark must be removed. All these marks. Stopping marks should be removed. My dear students, recording the first person, second person, that because that is are very very important things that you have to memorize. Say the first person would change into the first person would refer to the speaker. Second person would refer to the hearer. Third person would not refer to anybody else. The third person would refer neither the speaker nor the hearer. So third person or typical as I am. So you should this the table should be the table of this pronoun should be with you all the time. Without these pronouns, we can't speak. We can't neither speak or write English without this any one of these. Nine parts, eight parts. You see, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Without these eight parts, they act as the subject. Without these eight parts, not only English, any language can't be done. So, subject, object, a possessive pronoun, a reflexive pronoun. It's singular, it is plural, that's all. First person, singular. I, me, my, mine. Plural. We, as, us. Second person, you, your, yours. You, yours. That's same. For singular and plural, regarding the second in English, regarding the second person, uh, the parts, I mean, the pronouns of singular and plural are the same. Third person, masculine, he, him, his. Feminine, she, her, hers. I mean, um, I mean, no, neither, neither masculine nor feminine. It, it's. The plural of these third person. For he, she, it. They, them, theirs. It's the same. For the three, the plural is the same. So, first person, second person, third person. The table I have given for you, memorize it. Keep it. Keep it with you always. Some examples today in the class. Some examples. Some examples for the four kinds of sentences. Statement. He said to me, I will meet you tomorrow. Direct. He told me that he would meet me the day after. Imperative. He said to her, meet me with your sister tomorrow. He ordered her to meet him with her sister the day after. Interrogative. He said to you, do you go to Madurai tomorrow? He asked you if you went to Madurai the next day. Exclamatory. He said, how sweet this mango is. Indirect. He exclaimed that a mango was very sweet. My dear students, thus we have seen, see, what is direct speech and what is indirect speech. Indirect speech is one in which the original words of the speaker are expressed. Indirect speech is one in which the original words of the speaker get some modifications as per the rules. That is, so what is direct? Then to change, then there are four kinds of sentences in English. I say in our mother tongue, country. There are four kinds. What are they? Statement, imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory. These four kinds of sentences. Then what are the ways to find out the four kinds of sentences? Statements starts with your subjects and ends with your full stop. Imperative starts with a verb and ends with a full stop. Interrogative ends with a question mark. Exclamatory ends with an exclamation mark or exclamatory mark. This then we have to say what are the rules we have to adapt when changing a sentence. I mean, particularly a sentence from direct into indirect. The rule one, I was on first person business. First person, I mean, in the reported, I mean, I was saying, he said to me, you will meet me tomorrow. It's uniqueness. Here, the first person, okay, I mean, he is the speaker, and said to is the reporting word, and the word, and then and the part standing after the said to is the hearer. The first, the first, I mean, the first subject is the speaker. Said to is the reporting verb. The word standing after, the pronoun standing, object standing after said to is the hearer. I mean, the subjects, I mean, the first persons within the brackets refers to the speaker. There should be changed according to the speaker. The second persons within the brackets refer to the hearer. Then they should be changed according to the hearer. Then recording conjunction, that the conjunction that has to be used or should be used for statement and exclamatory. And for imperative, who is the conjunction? For interrogative, if or whether is the conjunction. Then recording the verbs, it is mainly for I mean statement and exclamation. First person should be changed into, I mean, the simple present should be changed into simple past. Simple past should be changed into past perfect. If there are more than one verb, if there are two or more verbs, the first verb alone should be changed into past tense. As I have told you. If there are more than if there are more than two verbs, the first verb alone should be changed into past tense. Okay. Other verbs should be kept as they are. Then, if there are two or more verbs within the brackets, and the first verb is heard, or would, or should, or might, no change should be effected. They should be kept as they are. Then, if there is must in the brackets, if must is one of the reported verb, the must should be changed into had. Yes, these are the rules. Then recording imperative sentence, the verb should not be changed. The reported verb should be kept as it is in imperative sentence. Recording interrogative conversion, we would so even because that has some different rules that we would see when that class comes. So, thus, my dear students, direct and indirect is very important one regarding English. So most of the expressions, either speech or written, it is done through indirect speech. All the facts or matters are expressed through indirect speech. So you ought to know what are the ways to express a direct speech into an indirect speech. It is very small, very simple. You have to learn some. Yes, I have learned some about some 15 rules because of our seeing. And when in the next class we are going to see first the conversion of statement into from direct to into indirect. It will be very easy. Don't worry. I am here to help you. So make use of me. That's all. Okay, my dear students. I thank all of you for watching this class. Till I meet you in the next class, I wish all of you a very nice and sweet time. Thank you.